Speakers Bank Podcast. Our voices, our views.
Hello everyone, welcome to Speakers Bank with Sounds of Bliss edition. Our voices, our views. I'm Chris.
I'm Absalom.
We're from Job Training Institute. In this podcast, Alicia from Western Bulldogs will be joining us. Alicia, could you please tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure, so like we said, my name is Alyssa. I'm the Health Promotion Coordinator at the Western Bulldogs Community Foundation. My job is to run Sons of the West, the men's health program.
It's wonderful. Alyssa, tell us a bit about Sons of the West and what it's all about.
Sure, so Sons of the West is a free men's health program. It runs for 10 weeks of the year. It's for 2 hours each week. The first hour is for health education, where a different guest speaker comes out and talks about a different health topic. And then the second hour is for physical activity. It's run this year we had 14 locations all across the western suburbs in partnership with local councils and local community health organisations.
Okay. So could you tell us about a bit about your roles in the Sons of the West?
Sure, so as the Health Promotion Coordinator, my job is to take the feedback from last year's program and turn it into a really great program again this year. So my job is to book in the speakers that come and talk about the different health topics, to choose the different health topics that we cover, and also to support the local coordinators. So like I said, we have 14 locations, and for that we partner with organisations all across the west. So we've got Brimbank, Hobsons Bay, Maribyrnong, Melton, Wyndham, Sunbury, Ballarat and Maryborough. So in those locations we have a local coordinator, and my job is to support them to run the program and also to get the word out there, so to promote the program and encourage people to join.
All right.
That's great, you're very busy. So what do you think are the challenges you face in your role, and what are some of the highlights on the other hand?
Yeah, sure. So the challenges, I suppose, now that Sons of the West has been running for 6 years, we've got the word is getting out there and people want to join, and there's a lot of community demand for the program, but as a non-for-profit, funding is always our issue. So we'd love to run even more Sons of the West programs, but funding is always our problem. On the flip side though, we're able to achieve some really great outcomes. So this year we had Cancer Council Victoria come out and talk about skin cancer, and from that we encouraged the men to go and get a skin check, and from that a few people found out they actually had skin cancer that they didn't know about. So we've potentially saved some lives there. So that's, I suppose that's the best part of my role, yeah.
So how do you think Sons of the West support advocacy in general?
Sure, so the Western Bulldogs Community Foundation, the organisation that I work for in general, advocates for the health issues and I suppose the social issues that are really affecting our community in the West. So things like diversity and intercultural understanding. We're a really diverse region in the West, and so making sure that everyone feels welcome, everyone feels understood, that's one of the things that we always advocate for. Mental health is a big one for us, as well as social connection and gender equity. So they're the four main issues that we advocate for. Yeah.
Do you work with volunteers? In what capacity are they involved?
Yeah, sure. So quite often people join Sons of the West. People join Sons of the West for all different reasons. For some people it's to meet other people. For some people it's the connection to the Western Bulldogs. For some people it's to get a bit healthier and do something about their health so they can be around for longer for their family. So people join generally because they want to gain something, but after they've finished the program, and people can come back for within Sons of the West for 3 years, after they've finished those within the program as a participant, some people want to come back as a volunteer and give back because they've got so much out of it, they want to give back. So a lot of our volunteers are actually past participants. And as well as that though, we do have corporate volunteers. We have quite a few amazing sponsors as part of the program, and a few of those organisations send along their staff to help run the program as well. So we've got corporate volunteers, past participants, and then there's a few health organisations that provide their speakers as free of charge as well, which that's a volunteer role as well.
So how do you say Sons of the West growing in its work for the community?
Yeah, for us it's probably about maintaining Sons of the West more so than growing. At the moment we're really happy with how big it's gotten. We haven't exactly run all the tests, but we're pretty sure we're the biggest men's health program in the world. I'll say that. So it's already quite big. For us, it's about maintaining that momentum, keeping people involved, keeping the word out about Sons of the West, and just sort of maintaining what we've got. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
As you know, we are one of your partner organizations. What do you think is a strength or a potential contribution that we both have as partners?
Sure. So I approached Necto's Speakers Bank a few years ago now. It mostly came from our participants wanting us to focus on social inclusion, I guess, and discrimination. Actually, it came from participants wanting to talk about discrimination and just get the issues out there. So I approached Necto because I wanted to tell the stories about people living with a disability, and if they face any additional challenges, if the community could know something about what it's like to have a disability, what would they say? So I suppose that's how we came to be a partner, and Necto's Speakers Bank come out and they deliver talks about how they got their disability, what it's like living with a disability, and then I suppose encouraging the Sons of the West participants to think about what they could do to make life a little bit easier for people with a disability. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So could you talk about a little bit of the other future programs and activities in the pipeline?
So what was the question?
So what are some future programs and activities?
Future programs, yeah, sure. So actually recently we launched Daughters of the West. So Sons of the West has been around for 6 years, and now we have a women's health version as well called Daughters of the West. This year is actually the 3rd year of Daughters of the West, so it's been around for a little bit, but that one is continuing to grow and continuing to develop. The other future program for us is, I suppose, because we've had so much success with Sons of the West and it's going really, really well, a lot of the time people contact us saying, what are you doing? How can we get something like this? But we do run most of our programs in the West because that's where we're mostly funded to run our programs. So what we're working on at the moment is a social enterprise version of Sons of the West, where we can package up what we've learnt works for men and our program, and be able to run that in other areas. So at the moment we're looking at running a Daughters of the West program, for example, in Horsham, and they've been successful in getting a grant to be able to fund it up there, and then we're coming up to help them run a program up there. So that's what's next for us.
All right.
As you say that you have so much of success of your task, so if people are interested to be involved, so how they can be involved?
Sure, so there's a few ways. There's an expression of interest link on our website, so people can check out the Western Bulldogs website for that. We've also got a phone number as well that, should I say that now or should I put it out? Yeah, so 96806355 is our phone number. And we also got an email address as well. So a lot of the time we get phone calls and emails asking, I'm not sure about this program, am I going to be able to do it? There's physical activity, I'm not that fit or haven't exercised for a little while, but we're able to answer any questions and get you to sign up for the next program through that.
Okay, that's great.
So do you have any suggestion for our viewers today?
Yeah, sure. I suppose it's for us. It's about if what you've heard in the last little while sounds like something someone in your life should join. Consider telling them about it, getting them to register. That would be the main one, and I suppose go dogs.
Thank you, Alyssa, for joining us. If you have any stories, experience, or issues that matter to you that you would like to share on our podcast, contact us on www.speakersbank.org.au or call us on 93140988. Thank you.
Thank you.